My name's Alison MacLeod. I studied at Art College in Edinburgh 10 years ago and set up my studio soon after that. And I've been working ever since, selling through galleries and more my own website, craft fairs, things like that. I'm very excited to be asked to be part of the exhibition. I grew up in Dumfries and Galloway and now live up in Glasgow, but they invite you back to come and do the show. D&G Out is a great opportunity actually to get the word out a wee bit more. So my work's constantly evolving, but it's always based on the same thing. The things that I really love are like junk shops, and I always loved going through my mum's jewellery box when I was a little girl, and it's the jumble and cluster of all tiny little objects. And so right from my degree show still until now, that's what my work's all based on. I've got one necklace which is made from Art Deco glass beads, which I've used and then combined with some other like found objects and things that I've made, and just like to cluster different textures and stories together, like what you'd find in a museum or in your attic or something like that, rummaging through old boxes of things. Like I'm working with one piece just now. Actually, in this brooch, this little centerpiece is a button that I've had in my studio. It's tiny, stuck to the bit that I do soldering in. I've had it for 10 years, and it's only now it's gone into a brooch, and I've been looking at it for 10 years. So it
you have to wait for that moment.
I do, and sometimes things happen really quickly, but it's not that this isn't beautiful, because it is beautiful. It was just finding its little time to go in the right piece, kind of thing.
Spring Fling is the UK's leading visual art and craft open studios event. It happens in Dumfries and Galloway over the late May bank holiday weekend. The event has been running this will be our 12th year in 2014. So it was set up in 2003 by a group of artists along with the council, and it has just grown year on year. We are in a really interesting period of growth at the moment. After sort of 10 years of running just the Open Studios event, the last 2 years we've begun to commission public art alongside Spring Fling. In terms of kind of developing new audiences and reaching out to new areas, this is the start of it really, this exhibition at the Lighthouse. So this is the first of our 3 national showcases this year. The next one's going to be at the Biscuit Factory in Newcastle, and then at James Harvey Fine Art, which is in Chelsea in London. And so we're taking about half of the artists who are going to be taking part in Spring Fling will be showing their work at these 3 national exhibitions. And yeah, we just hope to go on from this, and hopefully go on and have more national exhibitions next year, and possibly start to do some international exhibitions as well.
Well, I'm Susie, and I graduated from Duncan of Jordanstone in Dundee in 2012 and moved back to Dumfries and Galloway after a year in Glasgow. It was jewellery and metalwork design, and then I actually went to university to do mental health nursing for a year, and I really loved it, but my passion lies with illustration, so I left, and I've taken 2 years out, but I'm not sure if I'll go back because this is going so well. Been working on my illustrations and developing my style that I've got just now. I use a really fine pen and just draw lots of tiny dots and circles to make lots of animals and sort of like children's book illustrations. Yeah, well, I loved Alice in Wonderland growing up, so you can see a lot of inspiration from that in some of my work. I've got an original, a couple of prints, and some cushion covers that I'm hoping to stock on my website by the end of February. I've got a wee online shop, and most of the stuff's available there just now, and everything else will be hopefully by the end of February, but we'll see. Thank you very much. See you later.